Hello everyone, I'm Yani and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super important. This is a hot topic lalo na para sa mga gustong mag-aral dito sa Canada or for those of you already studying here. Pasabog ang Government of Canada ngayong taon. Early this year, ang dami na nilang ni-release na mga amendments sa rules ng IRCC. And nitong Wednesday nga lang, September 18, 2024, the Canadian government just announced some major changes to the rules for temporary residents. That includes study permit, work permits for spouses, and post-graduation work permit. The changes announced on September 18, 2024 are part of Canada's goal to make the system more sustainable, and they aim to manage the influx of temporary residents, particularly international students and foreign workers. So, ano nga ba yung mga pagbabagong to? Starting in 2025, Canada will reduce the number of study permits issued each year. For 2024, yung target nila was 485,000 study permits, but by 2025, the government plans to bring the number down to 437,000 permits. So if you plan to apply for a study permit in 2025, mas magiging competitive ang pag-apply since fewer permits will be given out. If we compare 2024 with 2025, that's about 48,000 fewer permits, 10%. Ibig sabihin niya, mas tight na yung magiging application ng mga new applicants ng study permit. Next is the PGWP program. Basically, mas magiging strict ng eligibility for this type of work permit as the Government of Canada wants to align your program of study with the needs of the labor market. There are two important changes here. As of November 1, 2024, graduates of public colleges will be eligible for a PGWP of up to 3 years only if they have graduated from a field of study related to an occupation with a labor market shortage. So for example, fields like engineering, healthcare, education, technology, and skilled trades, yan, you have a much higher chance of getting work permit kapag ka nandiyan kayo sa field na yan. Meanwhile, if you're taking a program that's not in demand, you might not be eligible for PGWP. Pero kung bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree graduate ka naman, you will still continue to be eligible for PGWP of up to 3 years. Sunod dyan is that as of November 1, 2024, to qualify for the PGWP, you need to meet specific language benchmarks. If university graduate ka, you need a Canadian language benchmark 7 in English or French. While if college graduate ka naman, you need CLB 5. If you don't meet these language requirements, you may not qualify for the PGWP even if you finish your studies. Dati kahit anong field pa ng study mo, as long as you graduated from a recognized public institution, you could apply for up to a 3-year PGWP. And there was no strict language requirement. But now, mas hinigpitan na nila. The government is linking the PGWP eligibility more strictly to long-term labor market needs. So, if your field of study isn't in a high-demand occupation, your stay might be shorter. Etong update na to yung may pinakamalaking impact, especially sa mga nandito na sa Canada, as this rule will apply to you if you're graduating after November 1, 2024. Affected kami nito kasi ang tentative completion date ni Daddy ay March 2025. So, although hindi naman kami masyadong nag-worry kasi yung program naman niya ay pasok naman sa labor market needs ng Canada and CLB requirement, language requirement, kayang-kaya naman. If hindi ka pinalad na mag-grant ng work permit, wala kang choice kundi umuwi sa Pinas kasi wala ka ng valid status. Unless makakuha ka ng work sponsorship or may mag-issue sa'yo ng LAMIA. Pero pag wala, then uuwi ka talaga. Goodbye, Canada. And another important change is for the spouses of international students. Dati, no mga unang-una, pwede mong isama yung asawa mo or common law partner mo regardless kung ano yung program and duration of your studies. Then, binago nila yan. Early this year, sabi nila, eligible yung spouse mo na mabigyan ng open work permit if you are taking master's or PhD program irrespective of the program duration, whether less than or more than 2 years pa yan. But now, based sa bagong rules nila, only spouses of students in 16-month master's degree programs or longer can apply for an open work permit. If naka-enroll ka nga sa master's program pero accelerated naman, like yung iba 12 months lang, hindi nila mabibigyan ng work permit yung asawa mo. This could be a big change for those planning to come to Canada as family. So, dapat 16 months or longer yung duration of studies mo at master's degree or PhD ang kukunin mo. Grabe ka na talaga, Canada. If you're already in Canada as a student, you might be wondering, how will these changes affect me? Now, if you're already a student in Canada, you're not immediately impacted by these changes. Your current study permit is still valid and you can continue your program. However, if you're planning to apply for a PGWP after graduation, then be sure to check if your field of study aligns with Canada's long-term labor shortages. The new language proficiency rules will also apply to you if you're graduating after November 1, 2024. Additionally, if you plan to extend your stay by taking another program or applying for a new permit, you'll need to act fast as these changes will make future applications more competitive. So, kailangan talaga dapat pagplanuhan mo lahat. Ito naman, personal insight ko lang. Syempre, may mga advantages and disadvantages din. First, these changes protect us from overcrowding. Madami na din talagang mga international students na nandito and nagkaroon na nga ng problema sa housing. Then by controlling the number of international students, Canada is trying to protect the job market. There will be fewer people competing for jobs after graduation, which increases your chances of getting hired. Then less volume means potentially faster processing times for your study permit applications. So if you apply early, you might get your study permit faster. Disadvantages naman, syempre tighter competition. Fewer slots, so fewer study permits issued each year, which means that competition will be tougher. You need to make sure your study permit application will really stand out. With changes naman to the PGWP, hindi na lahat ng courses will make you eligible for the work permit. You need to choose your program carefully kasi nga pinaprioritize na nila yung fields of study na naka-align with Canada's long-term labor shortages. Plus, the new language requirements mean you must achieve a certain CLB score. This could be a big challenge if you're not fully prepared for these benchmarks. For spousal work permits naman, for master's degree students, having a shorter program could now mean no work permit for your spouses. This is a significant change that could affect many families who are planning to come to Canada. And bilang international student ang asawa ko at ako naman ay open work permit holder, talagang na-experience namin yung anxiety and uncertainty of what will happen after graduation. These new rules, while they seem strict, they are there to help maintain the balance between welcoming students and making sure that we can actually build a life here. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other aspiring students who wants to study here in Canada. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these new rules or anything related to studying here. Good luck sa ating lahat. Kayang-kaya natin to. Maraming salamat po sa panonood and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!